Hey there, good morning. Wade the Grandstreeter here. So we've been traveling from Texas. We're on our way to the Great Smokies. We stopped here in Steele, Alabama for the night at a Love's, and nice camping area, you know, one of those RV stops. And I went to put down my right stabilizer and it wouldn't go down. So I got out the old standby crank and got it to go down, but it was like really hard and effort. And so this morning in the daylight, I got down and looked, something hit it. Yeah, I got it back up now, but you can see something hit right here, probably a rock or something, and literally cracked the metal. You see, split the metal and pushed it in, and so this whole stabilizer is shot. I'm gonna have to replace it. Not an expense I was expecting, but I suppose they're not that expensive. But let me just say that if a rock can do that to metal, imagine what it would do if you had hit the gas line that runs under there and you had your gas on. You would not want that situation to occur. That would be very bad. So take every precaution you have. Sometimes things just happen, I guess. Today we're traveling to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, and I'm inviting you to come and join us. Okay, so we are in Chattanooga. Of course, it's a city area, so the traffic is slowed down significantly here. There's supposed to be no trucks in the left-hand lane, but of course we've got trucks in the left-hand lane anyways.
City driving. Hopefully we won't have this for too long, but there's signs all over the place saying heavy traffic. So we'll see how long it lasts.
Okay, we got off the freeway and I put the camera on the trailer. And guess what? We're still in work traffic. Still, I have to confess that this is a very picturesque town. Story of my life. Getting stopped at red lights. I just can't get a break today. Or maybe you could say I'm getting a lot of break time. Finally getting onto the 2-lane mountain road. I enjoy the mountains. I love driving them, feeling the truck wind back and forth, snaking through the mountains and valleys. I love it. Sharon, not so much. And we've made it to Townsend. This is where we're staying. It's the quieter side of the Great Smoky Mountains, away from all the tourist traps. Quaint little mountain village feels like it's frozen in time from my childhood. And here we are at KOA at Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Townsend. A quick check-in, and we're off to our campsite. Sharon's going to get out and help me with the trailer, make sure things line up. They're playing with bones. He's having a lot of fun. Wooing the girls.
Where we watched the eclipse.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We watched it down in Texas. Wonderful.
That was our first spot a year ago, and then as time got closer,
Yeah.
the distance shrank and shrank.
Yes. Throw in
in Townsend, Tennessee, and we are going to go into the Great National, what's it called? The Great Smoky Mountains National Park. This is something Sharon's been wanting to do for a while, I think. Huh?
Yeah, it should be a good day. It's raining today, but we're going to make the most of it.
As usual. Here we are, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's just around the corner from the campground. I had to pick up a parking tab for today. Do it at these kiosks just as you come into the park. They got a little gazebo here where you can pick up park maps and stuff like that. See where you're going. We are here. This is the road. The visitor center is at the far end. Looks like a lot of wildlife to be seen here. We are on the single lane loop of Cades Cove. Here's the riding stables over there. We were going to do that today, but it rained. He's a big one, like a Belgian. Wild turkey out there. We're in Cades Cove, a broad valley surrounded by mountains, and is one of the most popular destinations in the Great Smokies. An 11-mile one-way loop road circles the cove, offering motorists the opportunity to sightsee at a leisurely pace. It's also the place you're most likely to see wildlife. Cades Cove Primitive Baptist Church, organized in 1827. As with any good church, there's a graveyard right behind it. This fella, John Oliver, he fought in the War of 1812, East Tennessee Militia. It says that John and his wife, Lorena Fraser, were the first permanent white settlers of Cades Cove. Caleb Wilcox, Sr., 1833 to 1897, and Caleb Wilcox III, 85 to 1888.
Only 3 years old. Died young.
A lot of these folks did not live very long lives, but there were a few who did. They lived from the 1800s, and some of them made it across the turn of the century into the 19th. This fella, John Oliver, he fought in the War of 1812, East Tennessee Militia. There's this gentleman here, William Hamby, North Carolina Militia, Revolutionary War, 1744-1840. Yep, William Hamby, he lived almost 100 years. Saw the revolution, fought in the revolution.
Yeah.
And saw the turn of the century. The 1800 century, that is.
That's how the country gets started. Here it comes.
Okay. Starting to rain.
Yeah, not just a little either. Oy. That was interesting.
Yep. And it's coming down. Let's get the...
Okay. Wow, really got here just in time. Oh, that's soaked.
Get wet.
No,
They were
thankfully.
in here nice and dry.
Yes.
Yes, you were. Nice and dry.
Well, it's a very beautiful national park. We haven't really been able to see too much in the ways of animals yet because it is so wet. But and the clouds are hiding the mountains. So we're trying to get some pictures.
Nice drive, though.
It is.
Yeah, really coming down now. The visitor center. Leave the wildlife alone. You're visiting their area. One thing I've noticed here is that the flowers are starting to come out on the trees. I'm going to take a look inside the visitor center here. This old cabin serves as the visitor center. Sam Birchfield, veteran moonshiner of Cades Cove. Okay, so not too much in the visitor center, mostly a store to sell stuff. But I did get a park map. Says Bob was here. Bob visited the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and especially enjoyed the historic buildings. He liked them so much, he wrote his name on a wall. Basically, the sign's telling you don't write your names on the wall because it's a crime. I thought it was going to tell me something about this area. It had nothing to do with that at all. Ooh, it's dark in here.
Very much. Table?
Little table there, yep. Wood floors. Potbelly stove and fireplace. This probably would have been the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's probably what you would have cooked on. Old buckboard here. Look at that. One time that was well used, I'm sure. Oh, look at that. The sun came out just for a moment.
It's a sunbreak. Just like in Washington.
Nice.
Yes.
There's the mill. The water wheel's not turning. Very interesting how they stacked up those logs to support the flume for the mill. This here's the flume that feeds the mill. It's a little leaky. You can see here how they built a slough up from the creek. Then the slough feeds the flume, takes it down to the mill. These grinding stones, probably left over from being used in the mill there. It was like here they were getting ready to cut a new grinding stone. There's the stables. They keep the cattle and the horses and some of the farming equipment. Kind of interesting, there's a big bellows on the floor there. And a wheelbarrow, upside down. This wheelbarrow would have had a wooden pin to roll on, a wooden wheel with rubber wrapped around it. All handmade. Another wagon tucked back in here under the barn. So a little different than the New English barns that you'd see.
Yes.
Very different from Sturbridge Village.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is authentic.
Yes. You can tell people lived, well, they do up in New England too, but this is a different way of life down here in the mountains.
Some of our artists here painting the landscape. Well, we've passed the halfway point and we're back on the return side of the loop. Oh dear. Oh, look at that. There's a coyote. He's probably hunting some field mice. Or maybe chasing a roadrunner. No. This is too far east for that. The valley's landscape is dotted with all sorts of settlers' cabins. Makes you appreciate what you have for today. Oh, looks like we have a wildlife jam. What is it? Oh, it looks like a bear. Yes, indeed, it's a bear. Out foraging. Probably recently out of hibernation.
Four black bears, a mama and 3 cubs, it looks like.
Walking right by us.
Yes.
Pretty close, too. We've had our lunch, we took a nice break, and now we're going to head back over to the other side of the Smoky Mountains near Gatlinburg and do something.
Yes. Despite the rain.
Despite the rain. Wow, look at that overhang in the rocks. I don't think I'd want to tow the trailer through here. Oh, the sun's coming out. Wonderful. Take a look at these waterfalls here. A lot of waterfalls along this drive. Timber to tourism. The road you travel today to reach the sinks follows an abandoned railroad bed. The Little River Lumber Company chiseled it through the river gorge. with steam shovels to make way for their logging train. We decided to stop at Maloney Point Lookout while the weather was dry. Nice view.
Yes.
Big mountains.
Yes. It's pretty amazing how much the landscape in this country changes from east to west
Yes.
and back again. We've seen so much this trip.
Sugarlands Visitor Center. We're going to go inside and see what there is. Yeah, there was a store in there and the map and
Museum.
nice museum
Yeah.
with some, you know,
Plants and animals.
plants and taxidermied animals and snakes and, you know, stuff like that. Hey, here we are at Gatlinburg. Trying to find the Roaring Forks Road. Roaring Forks Auto Nature Road. This is kind of a steep road. What's this say? Rainbow Falls Trailhead Parking. Got a thunderstorm moving in. It's a beautiful vista out over the Smoky Mountains. You can see the thunderstorms rolling in across the valley. You can hear the thunder too. So it's a beautiful view, what we can see of it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of blue sky over there,
There is.
just beyond the thunderstorm that's happening.
That's right.
Beautiful views around here, but I can understand why they say no trailers on the road. It is very narrow. And very steep too. This road is a beautiful drive, but don't bring oversized vehicles on it. And definitely don't tow your trailer. Here's another settler's cabin on the Roaring Fork Road.
That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, would consider giving us a like. Next, we check out that phenomenon called Buc-ee's. Until then, we'll see you on the streets.